get the service thing.
All right, welcome everyone. My name is Alex. Thank you for coming and joining us this morning. We're taking you over to the Skywalk. The trip is roughly around 7 minutes, 23 seconds. So we'll have you have a look on the left. All of our glaciers are on the left at the moment. That's the Athabasca, 5 kilometers long, kilometer a bit wide. At its deepest spot, it's about 215 meters. Well, that's about a city block and a half. They only measure glaciers every 5 years. They have to have something to compare. But my all-time favorite glacier in the entire world is the one coming up, soon to be on your left. It's the prettiest one in the valley. I'm very biased. It's the Snow Dome Glacier. It comes off Mount Snow Dome. There it is. So Mount Snow Dome is a very special mountain. It is the one and only triple continental divide in the entire world. A triple continental divide is one mountain that has 3 rivers that run off it. That's not a big deal in itself, but these 3 rivers run to 3 completely and utter different oceans. So if you're heading over to Banff today, that river running periodically beside you is going to be going out to the Atlantic. Now if any of you guys are heading to Jasper this afternoon, this river running beside us is Sunwapta. It's heading out to the Arctic. So if you're about to put a little rubber ducky in this water beside us, it would take 2 weeks to get out to the Arctic. So that's a cool little fun fact. The last and final river is the one that runs on the other side of Snow Dome Mountain. It comes off the Columbia Glacier and off it goes through Alberta, British Columbia, Washington State, and Oregon. If you stuck a duck in that one, it wouldn't make it. There are way too many hydro dams. So have a look at all the flat landscape here. This is very uncharacteristic for the Rocky Mountains. It's all squished down. It's weird, maybe grazing land. Not quite sure. At one point, this right here where we're driving is the bottom of one humongous glacier lake. The end of the valley where we're going had a humongous slide way many moons ago. Plugged up the entire valley, and for years and years and years, many moons, it was a glacier lake. So you think of Lake Louise and times that by 100. That's how big this glacier lake was. Even as late as the early 1900s, this was still a glacier lake. It eventually slowly drained its way out. So you'll be able to see Mount Kitchener there on the left-hand side, a huge sliding mountain. That mountain, and along with the one on the right, Mount Wilcox, they're all made with very fragile rock called limestone, and they're eroding. Eventually, our Rocky Mountains will look like the Appalachians in the States, all smoothly rounded and covered in trees. But for now, they're eroding via the freeze-thaw effect. And a really good example of that is this live slide over here on the left-hand side. It is this light-colored strip of rock. These slides are caused by the freeze-thaw effect. Water goes in, freezes at night, and out pops the rocks. This slide's really cool. It has some really interesting fossils in it. They're all sea fossils. There's trilobites, which are little shrimp creatures. There's fish, seaweed, coral. So much fun. Grab a piece of rock, split it, see what you find. Super cool. So this is the end of the valley that got plugged up with the slide, and when that slide came down, it came down with such a vengeance. It brought the other side of the valley down along with it, and that is where our Skywalk is built. It is built on slide damaged land. Super sturdy structure. It can carry the weight of 3 of our Ice Explorers or 2 fully loaded 747s. But yet, the really cool thing about it is when it's really windy, you can feel it move underneath your feet. Cost between $27 and $29 million to build. It's brought out from Edmonton in many little pieces and assembled up here in the parking lot. They put it together with cranes, and the cranes, they had the door taken off so that if the cranes did start to go over with the weight, the operators could jump free. Nothing happened. It was all good. So here it is. You are only the second bus load up. Feel free to stay for absolutely as long as you want. Just keep in mind there are absolutely no public washrooms up here. All their public washrooms are down at the Discovery Center. They hand out a free audio tour. Comes in 5 different languages: English, French, Japanese, Mandarin, and Korean.